Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sid, and in today's video I am next to this massive plant. This has just been growing in my garden for a few months now, and I've kind of just let it grow, and for all that time I had no idea what it was. I knew it was some kind of weed, but I never looked into what it could be. And as you guys probably know, I have heaps of guinea pigs and I'm always on the lookout for weeds that they may be able to eat. But I'm a part of so many guinea pig Facebook pages and none of them have mentioned this weed back here, so I have just kind of assumed that it is not edible for guinea pigs. I really wanted it to be edible for guinea pigs because this is a massive plant. This would feed my guinea pigs for a couple of days at least. And my guinea pigs really love weeds. That's pretty much all they lived on for a small part of their life. When I moved into this house and found them abandoned in this backyard, all I pretty much fed them was weeds and grass. That was of course just until things were decided around what was going to happen to them. And as you guys know, I kept them. And the weeds that I fed my guinea pigs were milk thistles and dandelions because I knew the name of those, so I could easily Google them to confirm that guinea pigs could eat them, but I had no idea what the name of this plant was, so I couldn't even start somewhere to try and find out if it was edible for guinea pigs. But just by chance, I saw online on a forum somebody asking what the identity of this plant was, which is something that I should have done a few months ago. And then people replied saying that it was a marshmallow plant. So I googled the name, and as it turns out, guinea pigs can eat it. So that is what I am going to do in this video. I am going to feed this big plant to my guinea pigs, but I'm not going to wrap it up and put it in their enclosures. I am going to bring the guinea pigs to it. I am going to erect a barrier around this bush and then put the guinea pigs inside the barrier so that they can completely demolish it. So this is the last bit of plastic I have, so I'm just going to put it here, and then I'm thinking that I'm going to put some C&C grids across the rest of it that I have inside, just so we're going to be able to see them chomping away at this plant a little easier. Okay, so there we have it. We've got all of the plastic sheets around this plant, and then at the very front I'm going to put some CNC grids from there to there so that we're going to be able to see the little guinea pigs eating away a lot better. Okay, so now I'm going to catch a bunch of my guinea pigs, put them in this trolley, and then bring them over to the weed. I'm gonna put some leaves in here so that they can have a little bit of a taste test. Of course, Miss Dumpling is getting some food. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of these guinea pigs in. Inside there is like a circle of rocks in there, so I feel like they're going to eat everything around those rocks on either side and then start eating the stuff in the middle. So a few days ago, I asked on my Instagram for my followers to send me some questions to answer during the time-lapse portion of this video, because heaps of people send me heaps of questions, so I thought that now would be a good opportunity to answer them. The first question that I am going to answer is apt for this video because it is, what are some veg that guinea pigs can't digest? Off the top of my head, they definitely can't eat garlic or onions, and the reason why I think this question is apt for this video is because the weed they are eating is actually inedible for a lot of livestock. It is poisonous to them, but these little guinea pigs, they are able to eat it and enjoy it and digest it. The next question is, how much does desexing cost? And desexing is neutering. In Australia, where I am from, we call it desexing or castrating, but In all of my videos, I just call it neutering because that is just more of a universal term. Anyways, to answer the question, it costs me $315. I currently have 10 neutered males living in with my female guinea pigs. I have another 2 that are currently recovering from just being desexed. The next question is, are you still planning to give all the piggies a name? And the answer to that is yes. I wish every last one of them had a name, but they just don't, because I am the worst at naming stuff. I recognize all of them, I know all of them, but all of them don't have a name. Most of them do have names, but a bunch of them don't, unfortunately. But my patrons over on Patreon are helping me out naming the rest of them, so that has been a big help. The next question is, do you cut their hair? And no, not really. In the summertime, I will give some of the longer haired ones a little bit of a trim, but for the most part, I just leave their hair alone. The next question is, what are their favorite veggies / fruit to eat? Well, their favorite food in general to eat is definitely grass. Their favorite vegetable, I would have to say, is capsicum, which is peppers in the United States, I believe. And their favorite fruit to eat is definitely watermelon. They're definitely doing a good job getting through it. They've almost completely demolished this side, and they're working their way through on this side as well. And they're even in that middle section there, chomping away at the leaves in there as well. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to completely eat it all today, simply because it's getting kind of dark. And I'm probably going to need to bring them in soon. But yeah, at least they're getting their dinner. Okay, so I'm now back for round 2 of my guinea pigs eating this big bush. They didn't completely eat it the first go around, so now they are getting another shot at it. And it is the morning time right now, and they haven't had their veggies for the day yet. They of course have their hay and their pellets, but the thing that they look forward to the most in the morning is vegetables. So they are as ravenous as they can be, so I think they are going to completely chew this bush down once and for all. Another question I get all of the time is, do you keep them outside year round? And the answer is yes. Where I live in Australia, it doesn't snow, so the winters aren't too extreme. Yes, it does get very cold, but there's ways to ensure that my guinea pigs stay warm. I always ensure that their bedding stays nice and dry, and I give them a whole bunch of extra hay to burrow into and stay nice and warm in. As for the summertime, that is when I am more concerned about their well-being, because it does get quite hot here and it can happen pretty suddenly as well. So I always have to have frozen water bottles at the ready to put with my guinea pigs to ensure that they stay nice and cool in the summertime. There's so many more questions, but I've run out of time, so if you want me to make a separate video answering questions, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so I think the piggies are full. They're all kind of just resting now. I'm sure their appetite will pick up again, but I think I'm gonna leave the plant that is left over so that it can go to seed, and we'll have another big bush next year that they can eat. This is the last load. That is everything they ate. So there we have it, round 2 is complete, and that is the final round that I'm going to do with this bush, because I'm going to let it go to seed so we can get more bushes next year. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.